Good evening, everyone. This is Josh here, back with another video. If you watched my video yesterday about John Moxley and TNA, first off, I want to say thank you. But um, today's video, we're going to be talking about Global Force Wrestling, Jeff Jarrett's new promotion that will be starting up the beginning of next year. Yeah, and I have a list of guys that I think would help the company and would be a great fit. And which guys I've just heard and rumored that will end up in Global Force when it jumps off. Um, I think Global Force will be a success just because Jeff Jarrett and just knows the business, really well. And I said this last night, and I think Global Force will probably be one of they're not going to be one of the main reasons, but they're going to be another strong hit to TNA wrestling. But here are some guys that I think should be in the company, will be in the company, and I'll let you know as we go. First off, of course, we got the Jarretts running it. Then if I'm the Jarretts, I go in and I look for a booker. Uh, I look for somebody that's a mastermind of the business and that is not signed with anybody. If I'm Jeff Jarrett, I'm looking for a head booker. I go find Jim Cornette and I make Jim Cornette my head booker. And on the booking committee, if Jeff Jarrett, was me, Jeff Jarrett's definitely got to get some wrestling people to be on the booking team and not like the writers up at WWE. Um, Also, let's talk broadcasting, ringside, whatever you want to call it. The announcers on the outside, I think, I'm pretty sure these are going to be the two guys. I think one is going to be Mick Foley, and I think the second will be Jim Ross. Not 100% about Jim Ross, but I'm pretty damn sure about Mick Foley. Jim Ross was fired from WWE about a year ago, maybe not that long. And I think it would be a great fit for Global Force Wrestling. Now, some of the tag teams that I see coming in. Now, I talked about how Global Force will pretty much hurt TNA a lot. They will also hurt Ring of Honor a little bit, but not as much because Ring of Honor bases their talents on guys from the Indies, and they can replace guys that they lose. So here are some of the tag teams that I think Global Force will bring in. I think they're going to have, of course, they're going to have Kaz and Christopher Daniels. Um, Maybe the Motor City Machine Guns, LAX, and I think the Hardy Boys will end up there. I don't know if they'll be a tag team, but I'm pretty damn sure that they'll end up in Global Force Wrestling. Now I have a list here. Here are some of the other guys that I think will end up in Global Force. AJ Styles definitely. Um, I think Rhino's always been close to the Jarretts. Had a long run in TNA. He's been working the indie scene, and he's too talented to stay on the indie scene. And I think Rhino would be a perfect fit for Global Force. Scott Steiner. I know Scott Steiner's getting up there in age, but he's like Jeff Jarrett's best friend. And Jeff Jarrett hopefully will give him a job. Well, not hopefully, but I'm saying he'll give him a job there. But hopefully that is like the only older. I mean, please God, don't bring in Kevin Nash and all these other old wrestlers in the Global Force. That's just my opinion. Some other people, Michael Elgin from Ring of Honor, who also works indies everywhere. He's a wrestling machine. He would be huge for Global Force Wrestling. Huge. If you've never seen this guy wrestle, he's a monster. Danny Cannon, you could put him in there with your lightweight division. Another phenomenal young talent that would fit in real good with Global Force. Of course, Jay Lethal coming back. Matt Morgan, Petey Williams, A lot of these guys were in TNA, but they were all close to Jeff Jarrett, and I think all of them will work for Global Force. Um, Jason the Gift Kincaid. I've been hearing a lot of rumors that Global Force Wrestling is looking to bring him in. If you don't know who he is, look him up on YouTube. He is a fucking awesome wrestler. Um, I actually had a chance to do an interview with him last year in Evansville, Indiana, and he is just an awesome guy and a hell of a fucking wrestler. Um, let's talk Rob Conway. Rob Conway, one of the most misused people in wrestling. He's a hell of a wrestler. He is currently the NWA champion, but I think if he was to drop that belt, um, I think he could end up in Global Force. Uh, definitely underrated. Carlito, Carlito really, Carlito really hasn't. He's mainly worked the Indies in Puerto Rico, but I think his gimmick and what he can do in the ring would work well, and I think he could be a very good heel for Global Force Wrestling. Um, Colt Cabana, one of the most talented guys in the Indies, along with Cliff Compton, who aren't signed. I think either one of them could fit in Global Force and shine. Hurricane Shane Helms. And I think, at the end of this year, Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe's contracts run out. And I know nobody would be surprised to see them in Global Force Wrestling. I think all of these names on this list could make a very interesting wrestling company. Very competitive. You have every sort of kind of talent. Um, I'm sure there will be other names that I missed, and I mean this is just my opinion. I probably won't even get. I probably might get half of these names right, but if I'm running Global Force, that's a group of guys that I'm running with. I know everybody probably wanted me to say CM Punk, but in reality, we know that's not going to happen. CM Punk's not going to go to leave WWE to go to Global Force Wrestling. No disrespect to no one, but I just hope, like I said, Jim Cornette would have been an awesome booker. He's got an awesome mind for the business, but if he's going to be a booker, make sure the writers are wrestling people. There's a ton of them out there that you could get. Tom Pritchard. Uh, I mean, I could go on and on. Tracy Smothers, Ricky Morton, any of them would help Jeff Jarrett out. I'm pretty sure one guy that we'll never see in Global Force will be Ian Rotten, but that's just a dig at some little inside joke. Many of y'all don't know about. But yeah, this has just been a video about Global Force Wrestling. Give me your thoughts and opinions on the comment section on who you think is going to Global Force. Tell me who you think I left off my list and who I shouldn't have put on my list. And remember to always subscribe and give it a thumbs up. And, like I always say, get your money and pay your bills. Peace.